Oh, didn't see you there. Today we're going to be making some mango salsa. I'm going to be serving it today with a little bit of salmon and rice, but you don't really have to do that. You can do it with chips and salsa, you can put it on tacos. It's pretty versatile. First off, we've got some shallot here. We've got one large shallot just cut in half, 3 cloves of garlic, a quarter of a white onion, quarter of a red onion. We're going to use 2 jalapenos, half a bunch of celery stem, half a bunch of celery, 1 whole mango, 1 whole lime, and 1 red bell pepper. We also have cumin here in a bottle. It says peppercorn, but we reuse bottles here because we're responsible citizens. First thing we're going to be talking about today is how to cut onions through 2 different types of knives, the French knife and the Japanese knife. Personally, I use a Japanese knife, which has a sharp heel here. You can see how it is nice, it has nice clearance for your fingers. You can really slice in and use that as part of your chopping experience. Versus a French knife, which has a dull heel. You're not going to have a very good time slicing through an onion like that. The only onion cutting tip I have for you is use a sharp knife. If it's a dull knife, you're gonna cry. Here we're gonna be adding 1 teaspoon of sugar and about 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar to our onion and shallot mix. Generally, I'd say use sherry vinegar, but they're all sold out at the grocery stores we went to, so yeah, use what you can. So next up, we're just going to be chopping up the rest of our ingredients and tossing it into the bowl. We're going to just not mix it quite yet. We want the vinegar to soak in with the sugar and the onion shallot mix. We just want it to break down and reduce a lot of that oniony flavor, just so that it's not overpowering the rest of the ingredients. As for the garlic, you can use a microplane or you can use a garlic press. I personally like using my knife because then you get to keep all of the oils intact. I'm going to bring the knife around the core. I'm going to spin the pepper. Fuck! I'm doing this so that I can keep the pepper nice and thin so it doesn't go into a very thick piece. So it can just stay nice and consistent. On your red pepper, just keep the skin side down and use the softer side up. Your knife will just have a little bit easier of a time getting through it. So first thing that I do when I cut mango, I'm going to take my knife here and cut off the top. You can see a little bit of where the stem is, and I can see that it's going this way, I hope. I'm gonna run my knife along and just scrape it off the core. Just like that. So you can see the core is all the way here, and I've got this beautiful flesh just straight off the bone. Straight off the bone. You can suck on this. Be careful when you cut your jalapenos. They get really spicy, and if you decide to touch your eyes or other areas of your body, they're going to start to sting. Keep your hands clean and a sharp knife available. I like to separate my cilantro leaves and cilantro stems. I find that the stem can be quite strong. I personally really enjoy it, so I'm going to chop up a lot, half a bunch to be exact, and then the leaves as well. So I'm going to put these nicely, I'm going to stack them like this, and then chop them nice and finely. Thank God, we're almost there. This has been a time. We're gonna roll out the lime before we decide to juice it. Actually, we've already decided to juice it, so let's just fucking roll it out. To get out some of the little bits in here, you can poke a fork beforehand. Cumin, my favorite. We're gonna do about a teaspoon here. Maybe a heaping teaspoon. About that much. We'll taste it after, see if it needs more, and we'll just adjust as we go. We have some Himalayan pink salt here that is actually white. Mysterious. If you're unsure about how much salt and pepper you're going to use, just taste it first. Go on the safer side. Finally, some olive oil. Just a little bit to give it some shine and a little bit of a grassy flavor. Use a larger bowl than this. This is the only bowl we have. This is a bad idea to do it in this small of a bowl. I think we need a little bit more salt, which is perfect, because we have that right here. It's easy. So that's pretty much it for the salsa. Now I'm gonna just be making a little bit of salmon and some rice, and just finishing up my dish so that it looks pretty and yeah, it tastes great. Hey guys, that pretty much wraps up this video. Remember, you can enjoy the salsa whatever way you like, even on a chip. Thank you for watching.